What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of Space Jam: A New Legacy. This film is directed by Malcolm D. Leigh. Now, before we begin, if you like this channel, awesome! Hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like any of these videos, awesome! Hit that like button, as well as comment below any video that you watch, including this one. So Space Jam: A New Legacy is, of course, the sequel to the original, well-beloved movie that had Michael Jordan in it. This movie brings in LeBron James, who's the current king of basketball right now. And basically, he is an individual that is very narrow-minded in his view. He's more worried about basketball than it seems to be his family. His son, who is named Dom in this movie, is very much a video game nerd who created his own video game, but his father has one mindset, so it becomes a big tiff, as it usually does. And in the process, they are recruited to Warner Brothers to pitch this thing, and this is where we meet this character named Algorithm, who is played by Don Cheadle. And this Algorithm wants to get out into the open, feels like he's trapped, and he basically tricks LeBron's son into creating this basketball game, and then he forces LeBron James to recruit a group of basketball players, and that's where the Looney Tunes comes in. They have to go on a quest to retrieve all the Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes and LeBron James had to fight against Ali G Rhythm and his son, and of course the Goon Squad, not the Monster Squad, but the Goon Squad. And it's basically a basketball game to decide the fate of millions of people because of the whole situation that plays out. So this project, that is the sequel to Space Jam, has been in development hell, which is a state where this project isn't getting made, for a long time. It's been probably since the original movie they decided they were going to make a sequel, but waiting to get that big next basketball star makes a lot of sense because you can sell tickets, and having LeBron James comes in makes even more sense because he is the king of the world when it comes to basketball. That's just how it is. And so this project, of course, went through many directors, many stages of writers and whatnot. And then, of course, they brought in Malcolm D. Leigh, who did Girls Trip, which is a good choice because he makes some really funny comedies. And then they updated all the characters and whatnot, which makes a lot of sense. And I was not, what you say, the most excited for the movie. I really wasn't, because I'm not the 100% like the greatest fan of the original movie. I think it's a terribly written script, but it has entertaining moments like Bill Murray and Wayne Knight, and I think the use of Michael Jordan with the characters is, with the animated Looney Tunes characters, a lot of fun. But there was some really kind of wonky stuff when it came to like trying to tone down who Michael Jordan was. So seeing the trailers for this movie and seeing the fact that they made LeBron James the superstar that he is, he lives in a mansion, all that stuff, it made it more realistic in his best way you can do when it comes to Looney Tunes making. And after watching this movie, and this is where I'll get in the review, once again, I think the script is pretty awful in this movie. I think it's all over the place tonally wise. I think the motion and the drive of these characters feels like there's stuff missing when LeBron James is searching for the Looney Tunes characters. I don't really feel like there's a lot of development there. It's just a lot of shtick and a lot of gags, which is fine for what it is, but I just don't feel the script is 100% focused on anything but making gags and making you laugh. Where I think this movie's strengths lie is in the essence of allowing the Looney Tunes to be Looney Tunes, allowing the LeBron James character to kind of focus on what he's good at, which is basketball, because it sure isn't the acting, I can tell you that much, because he's terrible in this movie. But the way he plays off the Looney Tunes, the way he plays off Don Cheadle's character, who is actually the standout of this movie. Don Cheadle is having so much fun as the bad guy in this movie, as the kind of computer sentient character, that I actually almost kind of completely fell in love with his character. I think Don Cheadle's doing some fun, entertaining work in this movie. He's like the mustache twirling, and he's deceptive and manipulative and stuff like that. And I think Don Cheadle just does wonders in this movie for actually rising it up from mediocrity that it could have been. But this movie does take liberties with the Warner Brothers properties and the Warner Brothers characters, and it allows the Looney Tunes to inject themselves into certain scenes of very famous Warner Brothers movies. I think like the last movie, I think the Looney Tunes characters are a little too self-aware of what's going on in this movie. They definitely make some fun jokes at LeBron James' expense, which is a nice thing LeBron James allowed, with his like career moves and stuff like that. But I think overall, I think what this movie excels at is just having fun, being entertaining, doing just over the top, stupid, goofy stuff. But it's not going to change my opinion of this franchise, which is it's just not really for me when it comes to a movie in general, because I look for something more cohesive, I guess you could say. I think the things between Dom, which is LeBron James' son in this movie, it's not played by LeBron James' son, but it's his son in the movie, I think is a little too tropey, a little too goofy, a little too just not fun to watch. It feels like he's been there, done that before. Like I said, LeBron James is his acting, which is really strange because he was good in a couple other films he's been in, but he's absolutely awful in this movie. He's not a lead actor. It should never. Thank God that Don Cheadle's in this movie because it's so bad, but. I think the animation of the Looney Tunes characters, I think what they are going through and the concepts of how these characters are viewed is a lot of fun, a lot of really entertaining, really kind of different for what you expect. And they do a lot of the great Looney Tunes gags, as you know. I think in the end, I think that's what this movie is meant for. It's meant for people that love the first one, that enjoy the first one. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'll leave it. Like I said, I don't want to spoil too much of the movie because the people who really love this franchise, who are excited by this sequel, will go in, and I hope they have fun with what they see. But like I said, I just don't think the franchise is for me. I still enjoyed what I watched. I think it's a little more fleshed out than the first movie when it comes to time, but I think overall it's just a movie that has some really weird kilter stuff, but has some really fun Looney Tunes stuff, which I always enjoy the Looney Tunes. So but with that said, that is going to be my take on Space Jam: A New Legacy. Thank you so much for watching. In the comments below, what is your take on the original first movie? Did you like it? Do you love it? Are you really excited for the second movie? All that good stuff. But otherwise, if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button. And as always, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.